Hey, what's up, everybody? One coach's opinion, and that's exactly what it is. My opinion. Nothing I'm gonna say is probably based on facts. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a one coach's opinion. It'd be one coach's facts. But a lot of people talking about the Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence ordeal. Like I said before, a lot of times you don't realize that it might not even been the initial fight that was holding stuff up. It could have been the rematch clause. Because if you got to really look at it, if you're kind of trying to get most of the pie, like Earl probably was for the first fight, and it's probably based on what he did. Like, I'm coming with 3 belts, you're coming with 1. Then Terrence might retaliate and say, well, okay, if I beat you, I'll be coming with 4 belts and you'll be coming with none. So now how do we split the money? And a lot of times people want it to still be the same split or then go 50-50, which turns out, why would we go 50-50 when I got all the belts and we go 75-25 or whatever percentage they have when you have 3 belts? You know what I'm saying? Which, of course, Earl's not going to agree to fight for nothing to try to get the belt back. So a lot of times, man, when you're talking millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? I don't think either one of those guys are punks or suckers or don't want to fight each other. I don't think none of that. They just can't come with that money. Now, let's move on. Terrence has found another opponent. And I mean, if he's actually going to get 8 figures for this guy that he's fighting, which, no disrespect to who he's fighting, but he's not fighting at Earl Spence. And he's going to get, they say, guaranteed 8 figures. That's like somebody kind of, and like I said, not being totally disrespectful, but Earl has proven himself in this game, where I'm not trying to disrespect the guy Terrence has chosen to fight. David Ayus, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so it's not really about him. But that's like somebody saying, I'll give you $12 million to lay some carpet, or I'll give you $10 million to vacuum and clean this carpet. Easier job, less risk. So lesser risk, let's say that. Lesser risk. There's always a risk in boxing. I'm not trying to say this guy poses no risk whatsoever. There's always a risk in boxing. But I would have to say, and people would have to agree, this guy is a lesser risk than Earl Spence. And you're talking about maybe getting more money. So I can't really blame Terrence for saying, well, you know, if you want to carry your name for this and call all the shots, I'll just go somewhere where I can call the shots. And who knows what else comes with this new contract he's getting. It might not just be a one-shot deal. It might be like, sign, you know, do business with us and we'll always treat you good. You know, it looked like they're kind of testing out the market, because I think the pay-per-view for this fight is only $39 and they're paying him 8 figures. So I don't know what type of deal he might be getting or what the structure. Only he knows that, and his lawyers or whatever, and his people around him. But I can't blame him for saying, look, man, I'm going to go ahead and fight. Now, this is the question I got to everybody. Who can Earl fight right now and get 8 figures? And I don't know if he makes 8 figures or not, to be honest. But I'm just saying, just say, who can he fight? And 8 figures is a lot of money, to be honest. I'm not sure, you know, like I said, he might have gotten that before. I can't say he hasn't, but he probably definitely would have got it with Crawford. You know, I know he would have, both of them probably would have got 8 figures. But can Earl actually make a move like this? He's still dealing with the same people he's dealing with. I mean, I'm just wondering, who can he fight right now? I mean, you have your Keith Thurman. The closest thing I could think of is maybe a Jerron Ennis. And I don't know if he'd still get paid that type of money. I know Jerron Ennis probably won't get 8 figures to fight Earl. You know, so will Earl get 8 figures to fight Jerron Ennis? So you got Jerron Ennis. As far as the 147, you still got Keith Thurman. I mean, they've never fought, so you still got a Keith Thurman. He pretty much still has a name, you know. But I'm wondering who can Earl fight really to this day and get a guaranteed 8 figures. And I guess would it have to be a pay-per-view? I mean, is he now, once you start fighting on pay-per-view, is that just it? I'm just a pay-per-view fighter now. So I mean, who would you pay? Let's say $69 to see Earl fight. Now, I'm a boxing fan. I'm gonna pay $69 regardless. I'm gonna let you know that. I don't care who he fought. Most likely, I would pay that $69. I normally watch with a couple people. If we're chipping in, if it's 4 of us, I'm definitely paying that. I might pay it by myself. I don't know. I like Errol Spence. I like boxing, but pay-per-view isn't sold to boxing fans. It's sold to fans, period. And that's how they make their money. So, is there anybody that Earl can fight and get 8 figures right now? I mean, you can't really refight Ugas. I don't think that'll get you 8 figures. Like I said, the only thing I see, now you might could bring Pacquiao back if you hype it up, you know what I'm saying? And people might forget what Ugas did to him. Or people might just say styles make fights. We know Pacquiao still has fans. And if we can build on this, man, you know, fans don't they're just fans. They just, whoever Pacquiao fights, you know, they just go with him. I don't think he totally lost his fan base right now. I mean, I know some of it's probably gone and a lot of people probably want to retire, but maybe a Pacquiao, I don't know. I'm wondering myself. It had to be like there's only like a few, Keith Thurman, Jerron Ennis. Of course, I don't think he'll fight like Sean Porter again or nothing like that. But who can he fight and get 8 figures? Unless, you know, my audition's wrong, he just gets it. I don't know. Let's say I don't know what Earl has ever made. I can give you one exact figure on what Earl made for a fight. I'm just talking in general. And, you know, he might come along and somebody say, man, Earl been making 8 figures on his fights. And I couldn't argue with you. Maybe he's just an 8-figure fighter already. And I don't know about it. But mine is on assumption. I don't think so. You know, so, but you also need like 2 big names. I know both of them together would have been a hell of amount of money. Probably more than Terrence is probably more than Terrence is probably going to get now, you know, but we never know how the pie was getting sliced up. Terrence might be like, why do you think I took this fight? The pie wasn't sliced up fair enough, and that's why I went this route. So, before everybody says, this guy was ducking this guy, and this guy was ducking this guy, and this guy was ducking this guy, I don't think either one of these guys are in the mood of ducking anybody. You know, it's the money thing. And the thing is, boxing isn't the same. I mean, I know people always say, well, back in the day, there's always been negotiation. There's always been, it's not an era where you can't name one fight that you wanted to see that just didn't happen. Everybody wanted to see Roy Jones at one point fight Nigel Benn. It just didn't happen. So I'm wondering that. Who do y'all feel? What's Earl's route now? If Terrence picks a whole nother route and goes this way, what's Earl's route? Where does he go? Does he just, you know, keep fighting his mandatories, which would be actually boots? Jerron Ennis just put in you know, a demand for the IBF to go ahead and give him a title shot against Earl. And I would watch that fight. I'm sure everybody, a lot of boxing fans would watch that fight. And he's right about now, he's like, it's a question mark over Jerron Ennis as far as, you know, not what he's done. Everybody feels he's like a great great fighter, but you need the focus on your resume to prove that you're a great fighter. He's been doing good against the guys that they put against him, some of the better names that tried 147, but I think he has to get a major name too for everybody to at least give him his respect at 147. He's still kind of a question mark for those who don't really believe that this kid has talent. But I think be honest, I think Jerron Ennis is one of the more talented dudes at 147 now. He's just waiting for a chance to get his shine, and hopefully when he gets it, it'll pay off. But like I said, this one's can be kind of short. I just want to know, who do y'all think that Earl can fight to match the money that Terrence says he's getting? Because I know a lot of people will say, man, he's not getting that. $39 in the house. I don't know. We don't know. I mean, the Zone seems, who knows what it is. It's an app or whatever he's about, but I know it's a new platform that they're trying to do something with, and maybe they just got a lot of money. But the question being, where does Earl go from here, and can he get 8 figures, and who can he get 8 figures for fighting? Do you think his name carries enough just that he can get the 8 figures and fight anybody? And while you bring that up, don't hate on Floyd anymore, because Floyd is getting this type of money for fighting whoever he wants to fight whatsoever. He has built his name in this business, and he's doing it right now, fighting. I didn't even see his last ordeal. I think he got another one coming up, but he's fighting like, now I just do like multi-million-dollar exhibitions or something like that. So, one coach's opinion. Good luck, Terrence. It looks like you're moving on, and you're saying, look, I'm not waiting on this no more. I've tried and tried. It's not working out. I'm going with this guaranteed money. And good luck to Earl. I mean, you're running things at 147. I hope you steer yourself in the right direction and make some good choices financially too. So it looks like we won't be seeing the fight we want to see immediately, but that doesn't mean it's not down the road. After a while, maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, one coach's opinion, tell me what you think about the deal. I mean, I don't think Terrence made a bad move, to be honest. Probably a good financial move. Only they would know. One coach's opinion, tell me what you think. I'm out.